I don't even know if I'm ready to do this video, you guys, but at this point, I don't think I can wait any longer. Hey guys, Kira here from 50 Shades of Mom, back to share another video with you guys. And today, I guess, is that long-awaited video. So many of you have been reaching out to me, dying to hear my news, which I don't even know. I don't even think it's like spectacular, amazing news. It's just really, really good for our family, especially in my opinion now, more than ever. So I have a bunch of stuff that I want to talk with you guys about. I guess if you saw from the title that I'm labeling this another coffee chat. So that does mean that I'm going to disable the comments. I think I've only ever done that on my coffee chats. And so I think I'm just gonna make that something that I do whenever I share these. I feel like I discuss really heavy topics, things that draw a lot of comments that need to be monitored. And right now, I don't have time for that. So I apologize. Every time I do, whenever someone has something to say, they still find a way to reach out to me. So I'm sure you guys will find a way to comment if you want to or choose to. But like I said, I'm gonna disable the comments in this video. So you guys, I'm like nervous because I've been trying to sit down and share this video with you guys for a long time. And every time I go to sit down and share this video, I'm at a different stage of where I am, which is why it's taking me so long to share this, because life is life and it's hard and stuff in my life keeps on happening. So when I first told you guys that I had news, you know, something really good was going on in our life, and it's still going on and it's still a good thing. Other things keep happening in our life that are completely unrelated, that keep just throwing more paths in our way of what we were trying to achieve. So before I get too far off topic, these past few weeks have been really, really hard for my family and I. About a month ago, my mom started showing some signs of not really feeling so well, and then we're about 10 days out now from when she had a massive stroke. This has kind of rocked our family because my mom really has a really long road ahead of her in order to recover. She's having a hard time speaking right now. She has some left side paralysis. They're talking rehab, still surgeries and things to prevent further strokes. My mother has some time to go before she will be my mother, and she may never be 100% the way that she was as my mother before. I really hate being so far away from them and being able to help them right now, and unfortunately that's never gonna change. You know, some of you guys ask me, is my news that I'm moving back to New York? Let me tell you something, I love my family and I love me some bagels, but you couldn't pay me to move back to New York. I do not like New York. I go to New York because we promised, Daryl and I promised, because we chose to leave, that as long as I worked from home or I didn't have an outside of the home job and we could all travel. You know, Daryl used to come with me to New York on every darn trip we ever went to. It hasn't been just over the last couple of years with the job that he got that doesn't have the same kind of vacation time, but he always used to travel with me. So we made a promise we would always continue to go home because we chose to leave. We chose to take the grandkids away, and we promised we would always go home. That's why we go home. But FYI, I'm not a fan. I don't like New York. It's too expensive to live. I never would have had anything that I have there that I have here. I earned this. Every ounce of this I earned. I busted my butt to save money, but 20 grand is not a whole lot. It's a decent amount of money, but it took me 5 years to save that. I worked hard, but 20 grand on Long Island ain't nothing. You ain't getting a house for 20 grand Here, I paid half of that and got a home that would be $500,000 on Long Island. And I paid $150,000 and they're still like that here. So folks, come on down to South Carolina. You can get yourself a brand new home for stupid, stupid cheap. But that's why I left my family, because I wanted a home. And so, no, the answer is no, I'm not moving back to New York, and I never will. And right now, especially with what's going on with my mom, I feel like I should be there as her daughter, as a caretaker, as an, a certified nurse's assistant that I did in my past, worked in nursing homes. I really could be there to help take care of my mother right now, and that's just not where my path of life is taking me. So, that's unfortunate, and, it's tough. It's a lot on my dad. I've never seen so much love and commitment in our family, the way everybody has teamed together with what's been going on with my mom and, taking over roles and what we need to do with getting affairs in order just in case and all of those things. Like, for some of the crap that was talked about the unhealthy relationship that I have with my parents, you should be so lucky as to have the set of people that I am watching right now, and their love and adversity. That's the kind of people that I want to follow and be my role models, because what I've seen over the last 10 days since this thing has rocked our family it's incredible. And I don't care who needs to believe it. I've seen some amazing things. So, but no, I'm not moving back to New York. Like I said, my mom has a long road ahead of her. I hope that maybe I could kidnap my mom and my family and make them come wherever I come so I can kind of help take care of her. But no, that is not the news. Some of you asked if I was pregnant, and gosh darn it, heck no. Right now I am 23 pounds down on my health journey. I am trying to go down, not up. I think I got my hands full with the kids I got. And so no, that's not the news either. I really am looking forward to continuing my life moving forward. So for those of you who asked if I was moving to New York, you were half right. We are moving. Daryl got a great job opportunity. He's been going back and forth a lot. He tried to get a job and negotiate with Panera Bread. There are a few other restaurants that we negotiated with. None of them really were working. He really did a really good number on the restaurant that he was in. So it was worth it for us to just stay. With everything that's gone on with my mom and just the concept of like living in the moment. When this particular job opportunity came up, there was no way that we were gonna say no, although it's a life-changing event, because this is not a small move. We're not talking counties, we're not talking state, we're talking like cross country. It's gonna change the ball game of everything. So no more traveling home to New York by car. Like I said, hopefully I don't have to go back to New York anymore. Hopefully I can get them to come wherever I go, and we're not gonna have to worry about traveling anymore, because I can help take care of my parents in their old age. But if they choose to stay, there's nothing I can do. I'm not gonna die on that island. I can't. I don't want to. I'm really looking forward to this. It is a really far journey for us, but it sounds like it's going to be so much fun, and it sounds like the things that we can do and the opportunities are going to be endless. And for that, I am really blessed, because not a lot of people are going to get some of the opportunities that Daryl and I are about to partake in. So I'm really excited about that. Any trips now that we take to visit family, they're gonna be by plane, which means we're gonna have to do them together, which is the way it should have been done over the last couple of years. Like I said, we used to, but not traveling together over the last couple of years has, taken a toll. I'm not gonna share exactly where we're going just yet. Once we get there, eventually in time, you guys are gonna know where I'm at. But there's been really it's been a little cray with some of the stuff that has gone on gossip wise. I'm not really going to get into that. I'm not going to lie and say that when I was sucked in and down that rabbit hole, it really did affect me, because I said this to a couple of people and I really believe this to be true. How many of you stand at the end of the supermarket line and you see those magazines that are on the corner? I know that right now, ever since cell phones and stuff, if I'm on a long line, I'm usually on my phone flipping through something. I'm not really reading a magazine at the corner anymore. But back in the day, and maybe some still do, the Inquirer, the Star, all the Sun, all of those things, all of those gossip kinds of, that's a multi-million-dollar industry that's been going on for decades. There are people who will buy those magazines at the corner, and there's nothing wrong with that. The world needs all different kinds of people, so there's nothing wrong with those who believe that David Duchovny really had a child that was alien-based, and X-Files, that wasn't a real show. It was just a cover-up for his real alien baby. Some people totally buy into that, and that's okay. Like I said, the whole world revolves around different kinds of people, so that's okay. And if you choose to put yourself in the public eye and you don't share everything or every little detail, you leave room for assumption. And so if it's the kind of people who will pick up a National Enquirer and read the magazine, that's going to be the person that's going to assume something, and by pure nature, they're just going to assume something that probably isn't true, that's so far off the marker. But can you really blame them? Because you haven't really provided the information for them to know. So I guess that kind of stems around like my last coffee chat. You know, that video was really hard to make. I know some don't understand really why we made it. It really wasn't even my idea, it was his. And I'm to be honest though, I don't regret it, and I wouldn't change that video because it opened up a lot of doors for a lot of things. And I say that in the sense that, first of all, I didn't know I was going to ever have to come back on like I am right now and explain anything else in any more detail, because I didn't know the video was going to do like it did. None of us know that. You know, everyone says, oh, you do it for views. Well, obviously, if a YouTuber is making video, they want views. That's the point. But you never know the kind of views a video is going to get. Ask anybody who's had breakout videos that then in turn grow their channel. Ask Vanessa, ask Jen Chapin, ask Kristen Stepp, ask any of these ladies who put out a video of freezer meal or a what's for dinner or a meal prep, and it got hundreds of thousands of views, and they never would have thought that. And maybe they've replicated that same video 5 times and it only got 20,000, 30,000 views. And you're like, whoa, what the heck's the difference? There's no telling you YouTube's algorithm. You never know what's gonna take off. We just, as creators, you make something and you put it out there and you cross your fingers and you see how it's gonna go. So I really never knew that I was gonna have to come back and justify anything more. Now, that video was made very new in that whole development. It was only a week and a half really after all that stuff has gone down. And so a lot's gone on since then. And I realized that I created all of that by kind of not answering enough questions and not really knowing. And I went back and watched that now once a month since all of this has gone on. And every time I watch it now, I have a different perspective because where our relationship has gone since then. You know, a lot of you guys had Daryl done dirty. And like, that's not really how it went down. You know, this was a old friend, doesn't even live here. I know who it is. It didn't change the tenderness of the topic of conversations to where they had gone. But at the end of the day, sometimes we all just need somebody to talk to. And Daryl and I have never made friends here. We're actually excited about leaving because we've always kind of felt out of place in South Carolina. We never really made friends. Everybody that we talk to are either our friends from back home or I met a couple of girlfriends on YouTube. Otherwise, we don't have any friends. We don't have couples that we hang out with. That's why we don't have anybody to watch our kids so that we can go out and do a date night on our own or do anything like that. We can't wait. The location where we're going, my best friend of 15 years lives there. I actually met her at the restaurant where I met Daryl. We all were in the same kind of clique together. So where Daryl's job offer is right by my girlfriend. And so I'm so excited now because she's a stay-at-home mom. She offered to watch Maya. Mason starts school, but I still got one more year for Maya. So she offered to watch Maya while I get the liberty of going back to work. Do you know how exciting that is for me? I've either been working from home, like I worked from home when we moved here. I had a business that was, well, a company that I worked for that allowed me to work from home. So I was able to move to South Carolina and still have a New York-based job until that company went out of business. And then Daryl got laid off on our honeymoon, and we've had a snowball of really rough times, and you guys have really only seen the last couple of years, which unfortunately have been the roughest for us, because it's been at the end of an avalanche of like a bunch of different things. We are so excited about wiping our hands clean of everything that South Carolina reminds us of right now, you know? Like I said, I wouldn't have changed anything that's happened over the last couple of months, because I'm a better person, you guys, because of it. I can't explain that, and some may not believe me, but I'm sure you guys can sympathize with building walls, right? Things that happen in your lifetime, like little intricate things that happen, and you place these little building blocks as you go along in your life, and you start building a wall. And then before you know it, I built a wall so tall, I couldn't even see myself over it. I didn't even know who I was or what I wanted anymore. It's been a rough couple of years, just a snowball of so many different events that just kept leading up to like an avalanche where we were at the bottom of this freaking mountain. And it sucked. And I am so blessed, because after that last video, Daryl and I have spent, I can't even count the amount of nights that have been till 2, 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, having these really emotional conversations where we talked about things we've never told anyone, things we've never told each other, things where we're like, whoa, maybe that is why I feel that way, because it was so eye-opening that the vulnerability that this situation left me in allowed my husband to knock down walls I didn't even know existed. Walls that were built so tall that I couldn't even see myself over them anymore. It was the most incredible, invigorating, eye-opening experience. It has done so good for me. I feel finally good. I'm starting to finally feel good about me. I'm losing weight, and we're on a new adventure, and I'm gonna get to go back to work, and he's about to start an amazing job, and we're about to move to a new location where we're gonna downsize just a little bit. I don't need this whole big, crazy big house. We're still going to be able to fit comfortably and be able to have all the necessities of the things that we want, but we're going to be able to save money. We're taking all the money that we make on our house and we're paying off everything. No debt, no car payments, no nothing. We're gonna put a chunk down on our house, and we're gonna focus on saving and preparing for the next stage of our life, especially after seeing my parents, you guys. Life can change like that. You know, Monday, my mom was my mom. Is she still my mom right now? Yes, but she's a different version of my mom, and she may always be. When I talk to her, and I had no idea that may be the last time I talked to my mom as her right then in her 100% self. You just don't know what life is going to bring to you. And I'm not mad anymore that he reached out to a friend and needed somebody to talk to. I'm not mad anymore. It's changed our life, and I am so blessed that there's so many great things that are on the dawning, and I'm excited. I apologize that I've been inconsistent, and I know that some people need in a channel to know Monday, Wednesday, Friday they're going to have this or that, and I'm really sorry. I know some of you write me and say, I love you, I don't care what you give me, just whatever you put out, I enjoy to watch, and I appreciate that, and that's been my goal right now. Whatever I can squeeze out. You guys, we are in, do you see where I'm at? Do you see this little area? If you've ever seen any of my cleaning videos or anything, this is the toy room I'm sitting in. Now that I have said what's going on, I'll do another video where I'll walk around and show you guys where we're at. We've emptied our home. We have a pod. Our life is inside of it. We're getting ready to list our home for sale. We've done huge renovations, painting every room, carpets, this, that. It's been a lot going on. It's why we haven't been here, because we're really working on the next stage of our life, and I'm really excited about it. And once I get to where I am and life settles back down and we're in a trend, I promise you guys I'm gonna give you consistent. I wanna aim for like 3 videos, a grocery haul, something food related, whether a cooking video or a what's for dinner, and then a bonus video of whatever I choose, maybe another food video or whatever I wanna squeeze in, but that's gonna be my goal as much as I can once we're out of this little moving stage. This has rocked us. And then now my mom, like I kind of want to get up to her and see her before I move cross country, and I can't get back to see her again. So there's a lot on my plate, and I really appreciate for those of you who have been kind and those who keep sending your well wishes. Some of you have been nasty, writing me mean messages about why haven't I shared my news and how rude am I. What's gonna change by me moving, you guys? The setting of my grocery haul, where my food comes from, it's still gonna be me. It's still gonna be my meal plans. It's still gonna be me sharing what I've always been sharing. So I didn't really know the moves was so relevant that people would be nasty to me, but it's what's happened. And so that's why I'm finally sitting down to do this. I wasn't even ready. You know, like I had a whole bunch of plans. I was gonna go over, spend some time on the whole Amber thing, but I don't even wanna go there. You know, if you guys have watched anybody else, you know, we're not associating anymore. That's it. It's just not somebody that we can associate with something that they were associated with. That's it, end of story. But I had so much more I was gonna say on that, and my thoughts, and I can't. Everything's changed over the last couple of weeks. My views on life, my perspectives, after seeing my parents, my mom, how short things are, how weird everything keeps happening for a reason, and all these things just keep happening where I'm like, well, maybe that happened so that this can happen now. Maybe that happened so now this can happen. I'm trying to look at the bright side of things, and so I don't even want to dwell anymore. I don't want to dwell on the crap. I had so much to talk about, the gossip and all the things that were slayed. I don't even want it anymore. I want to focus on the good, because life's too stinking short. So for those who, you know, are for me, believe in me, and, you know, believe the things that I say and are excited, you know, for everything going on, then, you know, that's kind of what I'm going to do this for, you know, for that. And so, I'm gonna call it right now, guys. I hope you appreciated the update video. If you did, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up. I do have more things coming up for you guys this week, but I needed to get this out. I promised for too long. So thank you guys again so much for watching. Please say a prayer for my mom, and I will see you guys all in the next one, okay?